Okay, now we're going to be learning about and meeting the Strength card. So in this holder behind me, Dad made, top 7 cards are what we've just been through. So from the Magician through to the Chariot. And that's us as children in Spirit's eyes. The second row starts with the Strength card and takes us through to Temperance. But we're just going to be talking about the Strength card, the Hermit, and the Wheel of Fortune here. So the second row is all about us growing into maturity in Spirit's eyes. And then the third row is all about wisdom. So again, just breaking it down into smaller pieces. So let's meet Strength. This is Sun in Leo. And in Spirit's eyes, this is where we've matured and we're getting in touch with our true desires. It's about staying true to ourselves and knowing that when we stay true to ourselves, we encourage others to do the same. It's like sometimes it can be walking a little bit of a solitary path. It's being our own kind of weird, being our own kind of crazy, and being a little bit normal. Not everybody can take that, and this card's fine with that. It's like, this is who I am, but that does take an inner strength to be able to step in that card and actually walk that path. So this is where we can be learning the elements of becoming a medicine woman. It can be animal rescue groups. It's where we learn compassion, like really deep compassion for humanity and life. It's where we understand that we embody the forces of nature. So when you look at the Strength card as well, you can see again all this yellow that's in here, which represents the solar plexus. It's the Sun card, so it represents a strength, a light, and a beacon for the world. But again, it doesn't do it from a look at me element. It's more a come with me element. Once we've met the Strength, then we meet Hermit, and we tap back into the feminine realm. And the Hermit is all about the deeper meaning of life, and it's where we understand heaven on earth. It echoes the past, and it teaches us that we've been home all along. So we're here in this physical body, which also is a mirror of the universe. And it's all tied into one. So just because we die doesn't mean we leave. We leave our physical body, but we're still out there in spirit. Our soul lives on. And that's what the Hermit's understanding of the world is. So the Hermit can come in and become a spiritual teacher. It can become a wise person that you meet. It can become your spirit guide. My spirit guide looks a lot like the Hermit card. His name is James. And we met a long time ago in meditation, and we've been walking together ever since. So this is where you can meet your spirit guide. Isolation is a wonderful teacher, and it's through isolation and reflection that we meet our guides, whether it be spiritual or in physical form. It reminds us that we need time on our own to be able to reflect. If we have, even in relationships, we all need to have a hermit. You know, we need to find our own place, even if it's behind a door somewhere, or we just need our little nook or a little space so that we can do our inner work. So when we learn to ask ourselves the right questions and to listen to our inner voice, we show up as a better person. We show up as someone that's ready to listen, someone that's ready to, you can really depend on the Hermit. They're not going to come out and chase you and say, hey, come and listen to me, I've got some great advice. The Hermit is there when you need them. It's like the Hermitages when I walked across the Camino in Spain. the hermitages were all based on the outer skirts of the town, although the townships had built, so they were sort of inside the townships a lot of the time. But they were there. If you needed advice, you went to one of the hermits, and they would look after. But they never went into the township. They never went in and sought people out. You actually sought them. So it's a pretty special card when you arrive at this one, because it's like you're saying to yourself, you know, we're on this path together and we don't need a lot of people around us to reflect anything back to us anymore. Then we meet the Wheel of Fortune. So here's where we meet. We leave our physical form. Even in numerology, 9 is the last of the single digits. And then when we meet the Wheel of Fortune, we're meeting the 1 and the 0 again. So we're meeting the individuation and the Fool. So we're understanding that in this card, there are greater forces at play. The Wheel of Fortune is the meaning of cause and effect. So it's like, this is a card of, we might forget the universe, but the universe never forgets us. So it's like we can feel like we're out of control sometimes on the wheel, and it's like the world is happening to us. There's ups and downs, there's highs and lows, there's chaos and crazy. But when we sit in the hub, we understand that we have a choice as to how we react to the experiences going on in the world. And it's a real card of change, and it's good change. It's a good fortune change. It's ruled by Jupiter, which is the planet of expansion, and it brings good to the world, but it's like it adds on top of what you've already done. So if there's something that you've been working towards and this card comes in, it will be in addition to what you've already done. So it's giving you even more energy behind, because you've trusted, you've taken risks, you've stepped into places that you may not have felt comfortable, but you did it anyway. And then the universe comes and says, that's fantastic, here, come and take some more abundance from us. We want you to grow. We want you to believe that there's something more. So the Wheel of Fortune is literally that. It is the Wheel of Fortune. It's, financial planners, innovators, volunteer groups that want to look at the world through fresh eyes. So that's our first 10 of the major arcana. The next module is going to take us from 11 through to the world. I'd love you to do that meditation with each of them over the next week. Even if you don't have the time to do the meditation, think about each of the cards and how you see them out there in your world. So you could even see someone in a movie that has taken a chance and received something because of it. And then you could be just witnessing the Wheel of Fortune. You could, each one of the major arcana represents a movie. They represent a theme. And we are our own directors in our own lives. So which character are you playing? What part do you want to play in your world? So please email me. Let me know how you go. I really love hearing how you're integrating the cards. And if you've got any questions at all, I will be more than happy to reply. So lots of love to you, and I'll see you in the next module.